Good morning. It's Monday, April 19th, and I hope you're having a great morning so far. Well, we looked at the virtues last week a little bit, and so I thought, well, to carry this on, let's look at Galatians chapter 5. And you may not be familiar with that chapter. It's a lot of lists, and earlier in the chapter, there are the lists of the works of the flesh. And it's the kind of thing you might expect: um, sexual unfaithfulness, anger, all sorts of relational issues and problems that people have. And it says this is the way that you live if you're not following the Spirit. And then he talks about the gifts, of the fruit rather, of the Spirit. The gifts of the Spirit are something different. The fruit of the Spirit. And the fruit of the Spirit, he says, is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, gentleness, self-control. I think that's all of them. And those are the sorts of things that we ought to live in and demonstrate in our lives if we're walking with the Spirit. And so that's a good thing. We should do that, right? So the first one is love. Now, we talked about that a little bit last week. Love is the way we treat other people and God, really. But love is the relational aspect to our lives. And we ought to be living in that love, living with that same sort of self-sacrificial, self-denying, putting the other person first sort of thing. So looking out for other people's needs rather than my own. At times we have to look out for ourselves, sure, but not all the time, not even most of the time. Famous football player Gale Sayers played for the Chicago Bears back in the day, 50 years ago, and at some point after that he wrote a book, and the book was called I Am Third. And he said, that's my philosophy of life. God is first, other people are second, I am third. So we see the relationships that he tried to create in his life were based in love. God is first, others are second. So if we could live that way, that would go a long way toward healing a lot of the issues that we see in our society, I think. Um, but it's a hard thing to do. Loving is hard. We tend to think maybe that we're just supposed to say yes to whatever other people want. But that's not really love. Sometimes love has to be tough. And sometimes love has to say, no, we can't do that. That's not good for you. Well, who are you to judge what's good for me? Well, you see how difficult this gets quickly. What we want to do, though, is put other people first the way that Jesus put us first. If we can do that, even 10% more than we do it now, life will be good. And good for us, good for other people, and we will find some joy and happiness that comes our way. But that's tomorrow's talk. So till then, have a great day.